Hello everyone, this is Phenix Animator.
Hi, I'm Froggy Lumpy.
I got the elevator door working.
Yes, you did, and check out your grand entrance.
It was so grand.
I know, right? We're on Direwolf20. This is episode 51. And I wanted to do a quick recap on the applied energistics.
There's a hole.
Yes, and I looked to see the uses of the pure Certus quartz. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to need to make some more of these. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this down here for a bit. So you were nice enough to take and put the glass cables down underneath here so they weren't sticking out.
Yeah, it made it hard to get past them.
Which was, yes, exactly. That was an eyesore. So that system is going to stay here for a bit. Now, the importance of this is quite a few of the recipes that pure Certus quartz needs. Now, let me just recap real quick here on making the pure Certus quartz. You need the Certus quartz crystal. Do not use your charged ones because charged ones are even more precious. So, put them through the sag mill, and look, I got 2 for 2. That is totally unacceptable.
That's.
I mean, seriously.
That's
really bad. But to make them the seeds, you take that dust and sand, and you'll get your seeds. So at least you do get double there. You get 2 seeds per Certus quartz dust. The problem is though, I'm only getting the 1, so I'm just gonna hit the Q button and throw these into here, and because it's powered up with the growth crystals, the crystal growth accelerators will speed that up exponentially. But I need help here because this Certus quartz crystal's only doing a 1-for-1. There's not much here because it's sort of sporadic throughout the world where you find the Certus quartz, right? So if I had a silk touch on my drill, which I love my drill is fabulous, but if I had a silk touch on it, then I could then process the ore and I would get double. So I want to start mining it with the drill with silk touch on it.
I can help you with that.
And then I'll get double. That's wonderful. Please do.
So to be able to do this, I'm going to first need to drop the block of emerald in front of the atomic reconstructor.
Oh, that's why we didn't do it then, because at the time we didn't have enough emeralds.
Exactly.
And now we've mined enough. Which, by the way, when you're mining and you end up hitting those huge big black, I believe it's called the abyssal stone. There's huge structures of it. Always mine into that because it ends up being a little cavern. And most of the time anyway. And almost always there is lapis, diamond, and emerald. One of those 3 you will find always. But sometimes you'll find all 3 of them. Sometimes you'll just find lapis and diamond, or sometimes you'll find just emerald and diamond, or just lapis sometimes. Where are you going?
If you look, there's 2 circles down there. Those are those abyssal stones you're talking about.
Exactly.
That's the domes.
And the center of them ends up being open little caverns. And as I was mining for diamonds, I would hit those things. And when I hit one of them, if I didn't open it up, I would mine through it to get to the center. And I was always, and it ends up being dark diamond and dark crystal, dark lapis and dark emerald. And if I had my silk touch, I could have probably doubled up on my diamonds too, which I'm using an enormous amount of, so I could use that. So you need to do this earlier game.
Yes. Definitely. Okay, so I'm going to take the Everadic crystal block, place that in the middle. There we go. That's floating. That's how it's supposed to look. And then I'm going to take a lime, a grass, a slime ball, and a tree sapling.
Oh my gosh. And this gives you Silk Touch? Wow.
And this is going to empower the emerald block, or the emeradic crystal. It's using a lot of power.
Now, where are we getting this power from?
I think it's just the capacitor banks that are underneath it. There we go. Done. Now,
Fabulous.
we put that into our crafting and pull out 9 of these guys. And the reason I did the block is because if I had done this individually, I would have had to use 4 saplings, 4 pieces of grass, 4 slimes, 4 limes, dyes. This way I only do it once. And we have a couple extra in case we need them for something else.
Okay, so you could be efficient, which you were not, or you can be quick, which you were.
It depends on which way you look at it.
quick.
I did 9 for the same price as 1.
But you end up so you end up with extra. Then.
Yeah, because if I had
And it
done
costs the
it
same.
individually, I would have had to use 9 saplings, 9 lime dye,
Oh.
9 pieces of grass, 9
Well, that's
slime
more
balls.
efficient and quicker.
Yeah. It just depends on how you look at it. It could be more efficient to do it the other way because we might end up
Well,
having stuff we're not using.
And
So.
depending upon how much supplies you have as well.
Yes, exactly, that too. So, now what we need is an advanced coil. We need our 4 diamantine and our empowered emeralds.
Wonderful.
Drill, Silk, Touch, Augment.
Oh, yes. Can I take that?
Yes. Then all you have to do is put
you.
your drill in your hand, shift right click.
Shift right click, open it up, and now I can just set in my drill Silk Touch Augment and go. There you go. That's wonderful. And you know what? Let me just give I happen to have, yes, right here, redstone. Let's just give it a quick look see here. Redstone blocks. And if I mine the redstone block, look at there, redstone.
It worked!
Yay!
Yay!
Wonderful. Oh, yes, I can. Yay!
Yay! We just jumped really high. Woo!
Yes, we do because of our armor. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That's going to really help because the AE system is very expensive and you definitely want to get as much materials as you can for it. So now, by the way, our pure Certiscorts are done now. Thankfully, the seeds won't despawn. However, the pure Certiscorts crystal might. So you do need to keep an eye on it. I do not know, but I'm thinking that the pure Certiscorts
Yes.
will despawn, and despawning only takes 5 minutes. Let's get on to the basics of the I shouldn't call it basics because I'm actually going full blown to the 64K, but
Yeah, that's not basic.
our basic, okay? Our basic. Because we've waited so long, we do have the material. So let's go to the second floor to storage. Coming? No.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
You could wave to me, you know.
Bye.
There you go.
See you in a
Bye.
moment.
See ya. Okay, so we're gonna go to the second floor storage. Okay, now the thing is, no, I have a craft. There we go. There's a crafting station. Okay, the thing that you want to do is you want to be able to, first of all, you want to monitor, and you also need to have storage drive. Okay, so that's the basics that we're going to work on. Now, at the very beginning of Applied Energistics, you can make an ME chest, and an ME chest will hold 1 drive. So if you do not have the ability to make an ME drive, make an ME chest, which looks to me like it's rather complicated. You need an ME terminal. Yeah, that's, in my opinion, you need formation cores, which you need now the Fluix dust, which I haven't even made yet. So in my opinion, that's even more complicated than what I'm about to do. So what I'm going to do is the ME drive, because I want to get started right away in storing this stuff. So to make the ME drive, You need the engineering, 2 engineering processors. You need 4 iron, and you need Emmy glass cable. Okay, so let's make that drive. There we go. Now, let's pull the rest of this stuff back out because I have exactly what I need, I think, for everything. Okay, now the drives that you can make, they vary from degrees of 1K Emmy Storage, 4K, 16K, all the way up to 64K. Now the difference in these is really easy. If you have something that you have an enormous amount of, you really don't really necessarily want to put it in the 64K because there, if you look on here, it says that the amount of bytes that are used, and then below that it says 0 of 63. You can only have 63 different items in here, period. That's all you can have. On all of them, there are only 63 items that you can have. So that's your types. Now, if you have something that has an enormous amount, then that could end up filling up your 4K storage real quickly. Now, that is a good thing if that's what you want. You can use specific storage cells for specific items. However, it's not so good when you fill up a 64K storage with one item. That's not so good because these things are enormously expensive. When you fill it up with the 4K or the 1K, then that's a good thing because now you're not wasting all of your other space. And let me just show the recipe for a 1K storage. Okay, a 1K storage cell only takes quartz glass, 3 redstone, some iron ingots, and 1K ME storage component. And here's where everything gets real expensive. The storage component costs Certus quartz, redstone, and the logic processor. So for the 1K storage, that would be a good thing if you wanted to just put, like wood or, something like that in it, because you just want a bunch of wood. You don't want it to clog up your other system. We've got so many items. That's why I'm going straight for the 64K. Alright, now to make the 64K, I'm going to need that quartz glass. Now, how do you make quartz glass? Quartz glass, again, with the dust, right?
Of course.
And either nether quartz, if you've been to the nether and gathered a lot of that, then I would say use that. Otherwise, you need to make your Certus quartz dust. Now. And you also need your clear glass, quite clear glass. I just use regular glass. If you let this circle around, it'll show you eventually, because it goes through all the colors. It'll eventually show you just plain glass, and that's what I use, is just plain glass. There you go, there it is. That's the cheapest. Okay, so now we've got our quartz glass, we need redstone, and we need the iron. Here's where things get mega expensive and very time consuming, which is the reason why it's good to have an auto crafter for this. But originally, obviously, you can't have that. So it needs a 164K Emmy storage component. To get one of these, you need 3 16K storage components, plus the glowstone, plus the engineering processor, plus the quartz. Well, we don't have any of those, right? So let's back it down further. Now we need 3 of the 16Ks, and that means we need 3 of the 4Ks. So, and there's 3 of them to make one of these, so that means we need 9 of the 4Ks. This gets real confusing. I have to go over this like 3 or 4 times when I'm adding all of this up, because it's like, okay, I need 3 of these, and that means then there's 3 of these to get one of these, so that means I need 9 of these 4Ks to get 1, 2, 3, the 3, 3, 3. So I need 9 4Ks to get 3 16Ks. Well, that's not quite it. Let's break it down again. Oh, to get the 4Ks, again, the same scenario, because we needed 3 of those in the last one. Again, you need to do the 9 thing. It just gets so confusing. That's the reason why I added all this up and I put all of this in my inventory. Before I do this, let me just show my inventory. I have already made the Emmy Drive, so that inventory was taken out. But I'm sitting here with a couple of stacks plus of redstone. I'm sitting here with almost 2 stacks of Certus quartz. This doesn't count here because I'm not using that. I just made that. Then, of course, you got your quartz glass. You got your engineering processors. You got your logic processors and your calculation processors. 12 of those. 28 of these. 18 glowstone. 4 engineering processors. So this is really expensive. I don't know. So let's go ahead and continue on with the... There's also... Okay, that didn't... Okay, the Emmy Storage. Alright, let's back this down all the way to the beginning one. The beginning one takes Certus quartz, charged Certus quartz, or pure Certus quartz. Of course, I have the most just regular Certus quartz, so that's what we're using. Redstone and logic processor, which obviously is, you know, the regular Certus quartz is the cheapest thing you can use. And we have, voila, a 64K. Yay! That is so big. Now we're almost there. 64K storage cell needs the 64K storage component. We need 2 more quartz glass. We need 3 more redstone and 3 pieces of iron ingot. There we go. Alright, we have a 64K Emmy storage cell. And I have made quite a few AE systems. And Phenix, look at me. I need some support here because, you know, seriously, I have never started, and I've made this system quite a few times, and I've never started with an a 64K storage. And the only reason I'm doing it is because we've got so many items.
Yes.
I don't know, we've got more than 63 items.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
So we're going to need to make a couple of these. But obviously, I'm not going to go through all of that again on camera. I did. That was a long list of stuff. That's the biggest thing. Now, the other thing that you're going to need. Let me go ahead and put this down. You know what? I'm just going to set that right there. And I'm going to put the Emmy Drive in there. So just right click onto the Emmy Drive and set your 64K storage inside here. Now we're going to, obviously there's no power. See, it's black because there's no power attached to it. We have to attach power, obviously. But in order for this to, you know, really work, you're going to need a monitor, right? So let's make a monitor.
Okay.
So that is on page, let's see, Emmy Crafting Terminal. That's what I want, because I want to be able to craft things inside. Okay. Oh, isn't this so cool? I put the drive system beside the crafting station, so it's actually showing up. That's cute. Okay, let's make an Emmy Crafting Terminal. All right, you need a crafting table, you need a calculation processor, and you need an Emmy Terminal. So let's make the Emmy Terminal. An Emmy Terminal takes a formation core and it takes an annihilation core. And also takes an illuminated panel. So let's do, I believe, there we go, illuminated panel. As soon as it went over to the illuminated panel, I hit the shift key. So let's do the illuminated panel. Okay, so the illuminated panel takes the quartz glass, 2 glowstone, piece of redstone, and an iron ingot. So that's fairly easy. And it'll also give you 3 of these, because there's a couple of monitors that you're going to end up wanting in this throughout this system. So you will definitely end up using these illuminated panels. You got a couple of reasons for them. Okay, so for the Emmy Crafting Terminal, you also need a crafting table, and I don't have any wood on me. I should have wood right here. There we go. Got it. Okay, so we got just the basic Minecraft crafting table. That's easy enough. Okay, so, and you also need the calculation processor, which I have 3 of them on me. Okay, so Emmy Crafting Terminal. Emmy Terminal. An Emmy Terminal needs a logistic processor, the formation core. Now, formation core, how do you make that? Formation core is the fluix dust, excuse me. The fluix dust, I'll use a regular Certus quartz. As you can see, you can use any 3 of them, plus a logic processor. And you'll get 2 of them. So now how do you make fluix dust? Fluix dust, placed through a macerator, a quartz grindstone, or a sag mill, the fluix crystals. So let's take our fluix crystals, base floor. How do I get this door open? I can't get out of here, I'm stuck.
Tell it to go to storage.
Tell it to go to storage. Oh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now the door's open.
Yeah, it works now.
That's so cool. All right, so let's go to the basement. And we'll go through the sag mill here, and we will put a couple of these through. And look there, we got 2 of these. Okay, so now let's come over here to this crafting station and Emmy crafting terminal, and we're making formation cores. And a formation core is the dust, the logic processor, and the element. Let's make sure that's correct. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have the 2 formation cores, which you will use the other one, don't worry. There's more than one thing for it. You also need an annihilation core. An annihilation core needs nether quartz, your fluix dust, and another logic processor. So I believe we have all our parts now, okay, because we've got the panels from before. There we go, and used 1 of them, so I still have 2 left. So now I have an Emmy Terminal. Fabulous, we're almost there. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that right there. So the Emmy crafting terminal needs the crafting table, the Emmy Terminal, and the calculation processor. So let's shift click on the plus sign. That will bring all of your ingredients up into the crafting station by using the shift and click the plus sign. So we have an Emmy crafting terminal. Yay! Alright, now you're going to need power. That's power. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. That goes right to my Emmy's thing.
Yeah, you just need an energy acceptor, which is what I was making. What I'm making. I got the quartz glass. So we just need a fluix crystal and some iron.
Fabulous. And I have a fluix crystal right here. How many do you need?
Just the 1.
Okay. I was gonna steal that other one. Just the 1. There we go. And iron, how much? Around the corners?
In the corners.
There we go. Alrighty. There we go. An energy acceptor. Fabulous.
There we go. And then I just placed that right behind the thingy. And it should have power now.
Okay, fabulous. Now let's get upstairs here.
Oh, I need the painting machine before you go up there.
Okay, make your painting machine.
No, you should have it on you.
Oh, that's right. We've already made that. Yeah, I've got all these things in my painting machine. Very good.
Thank
there
you.
Go.
Bye.
Okay, bye. So let's go back up to storage here. And check it out. I can put this right here on top. Oh, good grief, that did not work. I shift clicked it. I should not have done that. That is definitely not what I wanted. Okay, let's put it on this glass. No, we don't want to do that either.
No, you need a cable.
Okay, definitely. Yep. Okay, so we'll do it as I first thought about. We'll put this here, and then we'll put that there.
There
we go. Now it's right. That's the way I first thought it, and then I thought, wait a minute, I want to save my cable if I can. I forgot. The new one, you have to have it on there.
Yep.
So now, if you notice, the Emmy Drive says it's green now. If I go into here, we have nothing in here at all, right? But, oh my gosh, check it out. I can put all of these parts that I just made, not the processors, though. But everything else I can put in here. And now when we need things, we can just come in here and get them. That is just absolutely wonderful. Ah. Wow. That's fabulous. So now what I'm going to do is pick and choose for right now the things that I'm going to put in here. I don't know. But you can do a transfer of objects, which makes it real fast.
That's wonderful.
I don't know, to put things in. Last but not least, I want to mention, last episode I didn't mention this. I have a chest cart, 56 tracks, and an ender sword in my inventory because I actually ran across, in my diamond mining down there, I actually ran across a small mine shaft.
Ooh.
And there was a minecart there that had the ender sword in it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Plus it had a couple other, non-essential things. I don't know. But look, yay! There is the basic Emmy system right there. We can put, as you can see from looking in here, we already have 24 items of the 63 items. Some of the items that we're going to be putting in here, there are going to be quite a lot of them, but some of the items, there won't be, maybe a stack or two, or less than a stack even, which is the reason why I went with the 64. Okay, so that we could do a multiple of large amounts and small amounts both. In my opinion, that's what the 64K is really good for, having 63 items of varying amounts. And your little drives are real good for, saying, hey, I want a drive for wood, or I want a drive for cobble, or I want a drive for whatever. Your little 1Ks and 4Ks are great for that. Generally speaking, we start out with 4K drives in an AE system because that's where we're at in the world, because we started as soon as we can. So that will do it. I hope that I was able to explain this well enough to be able to understand, because this is very complex and it's an enormous amount of steps. It's very time consuming, but it's extremely worth it. This system is fabulous, especially when you start getting into the crafting and the attaching things to machines, having it run things through a furnace or through a milling process or whatever, and all of it can be set up
it'll be really nice
on automation. I'm Froggy Lumpy.
And I'm Phenix Animator.
I think you need to look at me when you say goodbye.
I'm Phenix Animator.
That's better. See, I like that much better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below.
Thanks ever so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.
See you all later.
Look, we can press the Y button.
Why?
Why? Because
We're waving.
Bye.
Bye.